Welcome back to Comic Book Bullies. I'm the bully, your host Leroy, aka What Did the Five Fingers Say to the Face? With my co-hosts.
Yeah, Zeli, aka Unity.
Yeah, and we are back with another episode, and yeah, we want to talk some comic book geek nerd shit, but I guess something happened that is kind of taking the internet by storm. So I guess we got to briefly talk about it. So I think we'll start off. First, we want to say congratulations to Will Smith for winning Best Oscar for Best Actor. From King. And like I said, I didn't watch the Oscars
they
tonight, so
better give it to him, or you slap the shit out of somebody.
right. That's the thing. Like I said, for people that haven't, for people that been living on the rock, that doesn't have the internet and haven't been watching anything, that don't know what the hell happened. Yes, I'm not going to show the clip because I know it's going to be taken down everywhere tonight. But yeah, this happened out of nowhere. Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock
on live TV.
On live TV. It happened. It was unexpected. People were saying it. People are still suspecting whether or not it was scripted. It was not scripted. I don't care what conspiracy theories got. It wasn't. If you don't believe me, go online. There are plenty of footage where it wasn't edited, and you can hear exactly what Will Smith was saying to Chris Rock afterwards. And let's be honest with you, neither Chris Rock or Will Smith are that good of an actor to fake that. Just saying. So yeah, so no, that was real. It was a thing. The memes are coming in hot. Trying to see if I can find one.
Hey,
yeah,
Will Smith just jumped up in my cool book.
Okay, so we're now allowed to talk about, because I know we banned Will Smith on this podcast. We weren't allowed to talk about Will Smith on this podcast.
I am now a Will Smith fan.
Okay, so we're now unbanned. We're lifting the ban on Will Smith now. Okay, so yeah. Oh man.
My only thing is, he shouldn't have did that shit in public, man. You got, nobody knows nothing.
No. You got. Sometimes you got to, man. Sometimes you got to.
Hey, you're gonna get us all fucking pinched, man. You're gonna get us all pinched.
That is true. People saying he should have caught him backstage, caught him in the parking lot. Yeah, he could have,
Yeah.
But it sends more of a message if you do it in front of everybody.
And my other thing, don't cry about it afterward. Like Chris Rock ain't crying about it. He cried.
Right. Here's the thing, Chris Rock, the way he took that slap to the chin, it lets you know that he has done it. That happened to him before.
Oh yeah,
popping off at the mouth, saying shit about people. Yeah, he's used to that.
And he didn't press charges, so Chris Rock is hard as fuck.
I mean, it would have made Chris Rock look like a pussy if he would have pressed charges. First, he didn't do anything to Will Smith afterwards. I'm sorry, I understand Chris Rock is a professional, but Eli, that wouldn't have been me. That would not have been me. Will Smith, I don't care what I would have said to Will Smith. If he would have slapped the shit out of me on live TV, I'm sorry. The ghetto side coming out. I don't care where we are in public.
Because that's basically what happened.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. We would have been fighting over top of Meryl Streep. I don't care. We would have been all over the TV. Cut to commercial. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it and continuing the monologue. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. But like I said, that's why Chris Rock is professional. Still, he was wrong for what he did. Like I said, went a little bit too far. I understand it's jokes. It's just jokes. But at the same time, and yes, Jada Pinkett has a condition. She's losing her hair. But whether or not she has a condition or not, there's some things you don't joke about. One thing is another man's wife. Just don't mention it. Just don't say anything about it. You would have been fine, But there is another thing, Eli. Will Smith did that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Will Smith did laugh at first.
Right. I think he laughed, and I think he looked at his wife, and he was like, she wasn't cool with it. I think that's what happened. Or maybe he gave like an uncomfortable, how you get that uncomfortable laugh? You're like, like that,
Yeah. Well, like Chris Rock said, I ain't saying he should have did it, but I understand.
He said it before. He said that, but here's the thing. Now this the problem is that Will Smith and Chris Rock turned the Oscars into the Source Awards. So that's going to be a black eye on the whole thing right there.
World star, man. You want people to watch the Oscars.
You right. You because I wasn't watching it. I didn't give a shit about that. And I saw this flood the time it went viral. Like, and do I think I should have watched it? No. Am I watching next year? No. But the thing is, it's like this. Yes, Will Smith did that because it was Chris Rock. Because he knows it's a guy he can kick his ass. Now, What if instead of Chris Rock, it was The Rock would have said some shit like that? Would have done it, Of course he would have did that.
Or Jerry Seinfeld, because then he would have asked, would have gotten arrested.
Exactly. If it was Jerry Seinfeld, Ricky Gervais, people that say crazy shit like that, Will Smith would have touched him. Pete Davidson, he wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have went up there and did that. Because yes, he would have gotten arrested. It would have been a thing. Will Smith would have been canceled, But since it's Chris Rock, it's just like, whatever. Slap the shit out of him. It doesn't matter.
And then just don't act like like you're the victim out of this either, man. Because I tried watching his speech, and within 10 seconds, like, oh man, now you lose. I better turn this off before he's back. I'm back to I'm back to my Will Smith.
What you want to do, Eli? You want to be like the Punisher in that Daredevil scene? You were like, yeah, I did it and I enjoyed it.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yeah, got his Oscar. Like, yo, anybody else got some shit to say? I would have been like, fuck yeah.
Oh, David, like that's why I'm glad you weren't on stage when Will Smith walked up there. I realized you would have been like that too. Yeah.
Go like, oh man, is he crying now? Is he everybody asking Will Smith, are you okay?
Chris Rock got the shit slapped out of him, but everybody asking his Will.
Yeah, he's got fucking ice on his fucking chin and shit. Ice in his jaw and shit. How's Will Smith doing? Oh, guess what? You won. Just give him the Oscar.
Right, just give him the Oscar. Like, who? Scratch off the name and put him on there. So yeah, whatever name was on there. Like, what's the dude? Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch. Scratch his name off. Put Will Smith on there. I don't know who got nominated, but if it was him, yeah, do that. But like I said, there will be tons and tons and tons of memes throughout the week. So we're gonna have to talk about this. We'll probably talk about this next week.
See how this unfolds.
See how this unfolds. Chris Rock already said he's not pressing charges, and Chris Rock doesn't. Honestly, Chris Rock would have pressed charges. I would have lost respect for him. You talk shit about a man's wife, got the shit slapped out of it. Now you want to play victim? Nah, just get the shit slapped out of you.
Yeah.
Go to Netflix. Get a Netflix deal right now. Make a special. Talk about it. Boom.
Honestly, what Jada should say some shit now. I want to know what she thinks.
Right. She got her Facebook show, the Red Talk Table and stuff, So, but we can move on past that. Like I said, I want to go dig too deep. Who we got?
Shout out to the Philippines. Thanks for listening.
Really? Man, we are worldwide. I feel like Pitbull. The rapper.
I'm getting self-conscious now. Damn. How's my hair?
Right. We are international, baby. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next part of the podcast. Like I said, we were busy, even though this crazy shit happened, we were busy. And Eli, you saw a movie. We're gonna talk about this movie real quick. We're gonna talk about X. And I want you to break this movie down for me, Eli, because honestly, I have no idea what the hell this movie is about. I'm pretty sure it was a horror movie. That's all I know. But yeah. Will I hope for that? Will I hope for no, hell no, man. The dude talked shit about his wife on live TV in front of him and was laughing at him. No, we want to hope for it. Maybe she did it on stage.
That's what I'm saying. That's my thing. You take, hey man, that was good. You get him out back, get him at the party later, get him in the alley later. Like, yo, man,
right?
That was good. Some good shit. Now, what the fuck did you say?
Right. Then catch him.
Yeah. Like I said, nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing. Nobody hears nothing. Nobody says nothing.
But here's the thing. So can you get away with whooping his? But can you get away whooping his ass and nobody knows about it? I mean, that's the thing about it. If you're gonna whoop his ass, let's sure everybody knows about it. So that's my thing. So yeah, it was. Like I said, it was one of those moments.
I'm not on anybody's side. I just think it's funny.
Yeah,
we all win. I think the winners are us.
Yeah, I'm just saying, as a comedian, if you go after people, know how to fight. That's all. Just make sure you know how to fight, because if you say some wild shit and you can't fight, people are gonna come for you first. So coming in first, do it right. Whoop his ass on stage, like it's like he had the angel on his side, like. No, just play it off. Just keep laughing. And you got the devil over here. It's like, no, stomp this motherfucker out.
Yeah. Just
all he had
don't
to
cry
say
about it
was,
afterwards. Oh, I'm sorry.
all right. Anyway, we got a show to do. We got a show to do. Eli, we're gonna be here all day. I'm sorry, y'all. We are moving on past this. We are gonna talk about some geek nerd shit now. So please stick around. Don't
But
leave.
thanks
Don't
for
leave.
listening. We got it. We
Yeah.
got it. We got
No,
it.
no,
Yeah.
no. You gonna run them off, Eli? Say goodnight, Gracie. No, don't do that.
No,
All right.
I'm just saying, welcome. That's all.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody sticking around. So please stick around. We got some more stuff we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about it right now. Boom. So we're gonna talk about this movie. I don't know what it is. Everybody want to hear what Eli has to say? Go for it, Eli. What are we talking about? So,
Yeah, it's the movie X, new horror flick. And it's about basically it takes place in the 70s. It's a total throwback to like trashy 70s horror, like Texas Chainsaw, The Last House on the Left. You know what I'm saying? And it's about this they're doing a porno. They're shooting a porno
interesting.
like
Okay.
out on this dude's farm, and then people start getting killed. So it's like a slasher. They're shooting this porn, and then so I don't want to spoil who's doing the killing because that's kind of like part of it, you know. But someone starts knocking them off, and and it's pretty cool. I dug on it. It is a little bit of a slow burn at first, but once it gets going, it gets going. It hits all the sweet spots that horror fans want. Really cool kill scenes, plenty of gore. At one point, it takes a left turn into Eaten Alive. I don't know if anybody heard of Eaten Alive. It's a Toby Hooper, director of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He did a movie called Eaten Alive. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because then I'm going to spoil the movie and shit. But this movie pays homage to Eaten Alive. And when that scene happened, I laughed my ass off. I thought that was great. But yeah, it also explores like the like sex and violence as entertainment. You know, why do we watch these things? It kind of like makes this question: why are we entertained by sex and violence? And when is it considered art or exploitation? When is set like when because they're trying to they're shooting a porn, but like the cameraman's like, I'm gonna shoot this. I'm gonna do this really cool shots, and this is gonna be better than other porn. This is gonna be art porn. You know, he's talking all this
Oh,
shit.
you're one of those.
But
Okay, yeah.
yeah, like elevated porn or whatever, you know. And they have conversations about horror. They're like having a conversation about the movie Psycho and how that sets it's not just a regular cheesy horror flick. It's like elevated, like that term elevated horror, which I don't really agree with. You know, that's like a term that's being thrown around in the horror community, elevated horror.
So it's kind
You
of
know,
like instead of a comic book, it's a graphic novel.
it's a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Yes.
The hipster term. Okay.
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's just fans. You know, you can tell these movies are made by horror fans and they're taking it seriously, you know, and when it's taken seriously, it's good. It's done well. And that's what this movie is. You can tell the guy, it's Ty West. He did House of the Devil, which was okay. Was it The Innkeepers, which was okay. Supernatural shit. I'm not a big fan of supernatural shit, but those are okay. But this is like a slasher, you know, bloody gore. And yeah, and then also a comment on ageism, you know, the young culture versus the old culture, and the clashing of the cultures, you know, you know how religion plays into that, you know, religious morals, and you know how that influences art, and you know, or tries to censor art, so to speak. So there's a lot of, you know, social and political commentary going on, you know, underlying themes that I thought was pretty cool. It gets deep like that, but still in the end, it's got some cool kills, some cool gore, and I had a good time. I give it a solid fuck yeah. So check out X if you like horror flicks.
Yeah. I've been hearing some good things about it. People saying it's like one of the best horror movies coming out in a while. Do
Kid
you
Cudi's in it. Yeah, Kid Cudi's in it. So,
okay? But I mean, do you agree it's one of the best horror movies in recent years? Or
well, it is. It's cool, and I like it that it's not a reboot. It's not a sequel. You know, it's an original horror flick. You know, and you don't. I mean, most of the movies we see are either sequels or reboots or some kind of franchise, you know.
Mhm.
So it's good to see people doing original shit these days. So
Cool, cool. All right, hold on. We got Jake Fisher in the house. Jake, what you got for me?
I did stay
Oh,
for the end credits. Yes, the ending. There's an after credit scene that sort of teases a prequel. Um, yeah, there's a prequel, and again, I don't want to give any spoilers about what's going on, so I don't want to go into the after credit scene too much. But it's basically sets up another movie. So.
cool. Also, Jake said, I'm trying to find that comment, but it's
Oh,
getting
he
buried.
says how.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do talk. Yeah, we
Well,
will.
sometimes we will later on the night. So hopefully everybody still sticks around for that. But yeah, we got some coming in. But yeah, let's see. The girl Scream is in what girl?
Yeah,
The new Scream.
the
That
new
is on
Scream.
Paramount
Yeah.
Plus. Haven't seen it. I will get around to it. But shout out to Peel. You know Peel?
Oh, Peele. Oh, he's talking
Oh,
about Jordan Peele.
I guess. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I just realized his profile pic. People wasted no time, man. People wasted no time. All right. So it's on me now.
Yeah, you're up.
Cool. Okay. All right. So, like I said, Eli watched a movie. I watched a TV show. Not only did I watch a TV show, I actually subscribe to this service just to watch the TV show. And when this TV show ends, I will unsubscribe to the service. The show is Halo. So yes. I don't talk about Halo a lot on this show because, like I said, it's not 2005, so I don't really talk about Halo like it is. But if it was 2005, I would talk the shit about Halo because that's all I did was just play Halo all the damn time. But now they have a show talking about Halo, and let's see what we got. We got another one, yeah, for the remakes. But technically, this isn't a remake, technically, right?
No,
I mean,
it's got
X. Okay, yeah.
it's an homage to like other
Mhm.
horror flicks from the 70s. You know.
Cool. Okay. So, like I said, the thing about Halo is that a lot of people are bashing. Here's the thing, Eli. I think I know how you feel now because I'm trying to have a conversation about Halo online about what people think about the first episode of the show, but you can't have a conversation because everybody is fucking pissed about
Okay.
something. Yeah, it's so
Doesn't that
like
suck?
don't you? Oh, like, damn, is this what Eli feels like? I'm like, shit. You can't have a conversation about the show because the thing is, the people that made the show came out and said that they weren't really going to take inspiration from the games. That's not, it was taken out of context. That's not what they meant. They just said they were going to more like take conversation from the lore and adapt the lore, not just ignore the games, not do anything about the game. So it already put a bad taste in people's mouth. Also, a big thing also is that they actually took off Master Chief's helmet, which is in the game a no. Paramount is definitely worth watching if you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Is he a white?
but
Is he a white guy?
yes, he is a white. I mean, what did you expect? You know, of course he's a white guy. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what it looked like. He said, "Yeah, that's what Master Chief looked like in the show. He looks like a guy that would cut off his
Put it back on.
right with his helmet on." All right, so yeah, so that's what Master Chief looks like. But the thing is, there is so many parallels to this and the Mandalorian. So it's like two things we banned from this show we're gonna talk about versus Will Smith versus Star Wars. So we're gonna have to talk about both of them because I have to talk about Star Wars in parallel to Halo because there are a lot of similarities to it, especially with the Mandalorian. Because not only because, like I said, we have what this faceless warrior that walks around the whole time and shoots up shit and goes from planet to planet, does homeless. That's cool. But not only that, but he has a cute sidekick. This is his baby Yoda. So
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, she doesn't exist in the game. It's just in this thing. So she's the last survivor of this whatever. The government tells Master Chief to bring her in, but what they really want to do is assassinate her. So they escape, and now they go on these crazy adventures. So he has to take care of this girl the whole time, and she has to get to know him. She doesn't trust him and stuff like that, and that's why he takes the helmet off because since she doesn't trust him, he has to take the helmet off. You know, not accuse Baby Yoda. Uh,
Did you
Everything is
want to?
subjective.
Did
You
you
know.
want to cuddle like? Oh, did you see this chick and go?
No, she
Oh.
was annoying as hell. It was just like, why she lived, you know? Plus, she was like selling drugs at the beginning of the show. It's just like, okay,
Oh,
what?
see,
You want to buy
babe,
some?
no. See, she has to be like basically carry her own show. Like people want to see her instead of the fucking regular show. Because that's what Baby Yoda is now. Everyone just wants to see
Right.
Baby Yoda and everything. Like
This
Baby
is
Yoda
not
gonna be an Obi-Wan somehow.
right. They'll find a way to make it work. Yeah. But
Yeah.
nobody wants a show of her. They don't want to show her that. Nobody even understand why she lives. She's the only one that live. But yeah. Okay. So the thing is, how they describe the show, how I feel about the show. I liked the show. Don't love it. It didn't blow my socks off. But I will say this: those first 20 minutes of the show, when it came on, right before the credits sequence gave, Eli, yeah, it satisfied me in ways that only Halo has been able to do. So it scratched that itch, gave me the Halo isms. And then the credits scene started. And then the rest of the show went. Then I was like, okay,
Oh,
no,
this is a
yeah.
cutscene I can't skip.
That's exactly what the fuck it was. It was a 45-minute cutscene. I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit. So it's like, okay, so like I said, I'm a Halo fan, but I'm more of a Halo fan of the gameplay. Now, I know a lot of people like the Halo lore and the Halo story. Unpopular opinion, hot take, the Halo lore sucks. I'm sorry. All it is just a mishmash of better sci-fi stories just thrown in there together, and it just works. It's Uncharted. Like Uncharted is just a ripoff of other stuff. That's what Halo is. So Halo
Yeah.
is a TV show based on a video game that's based on other sci-fi shit. So when you're watching Halo and say you don't know anything about the video game, it looks like another sci-fi show. If you don't know
Starship
anything, because like
Troopers,
Starship Troopers, Star Trek, Star
Aliens,
Wars,
yeah, the
Aliens,
Colonial Marines, yeah.
Terminator, it's all in there, but it's kind of hard to separate yourself from that when that's the root of the story anyway. You know, do no, not me. Okay. Oh, not you. Okay. No, don't be. She got two Baby Yoda. You got any left for me. Okay. I'm not really sure what you're saying, but appreciate you for sticking
Yeah,
around.
two Baby
So
Yodas.
yeah. Yeah, so that's my thing. So he has to take care of this chick. He takes the helmet off. The reason he takes his helmet off is because he has to basically connect with this girl. The girl doesn't trust him because he's wearing this sci-fi helmet on. But when he takes his helmet off and shows his face, all of a sudden, oh, now she trusts him. So I guess, and you know what? Like I said, this is the guy that's Master Chief now. I've never seen Master Chief face before. I've been playing Halo for 20 years. I always thought he was a black guy. Well, that's gone, but that's cool. And I get it. He's a movie star. He wants to show off the money maker. But the thing is, man, okay,
Well,
here's the thing.
I think the reason why you never saw his face because it's supposed to be whoever the player is, right?
Exactly. That's the thing. Okay, so that's the thing. People are trying to translate video game logic to movie logic. Now, yes, in the video game, it makes sense for Master Chief not to show his face because, like I said, he doesn't have a face. He doesn't have a personality. He talks in monotone. So that way, since you're putting yourself into the character Master Chief, he's your avatar. So you're playing as him. But people trying to compare this to the Mandalorian, where the Mandalorian went the whole time with the show, never taking his mask off other than, once or two times. Not the same thing. Mandalorian had a personality. He had a character. He was funny. He told jokes. Master Chief never does any of that stuff. So it's not the same thing. So where the Mandalorian, you can see him in place where he can go on an airplane trip and joke around with people in his surroundings. Master Chief doesn't do that. So you got a guy with no personality, no face, no joke. That does not work in a live action setting with people trying to connect with this character. That does not work. And plus, there's no religious reason for Master Chief not to take his helmet off. He actually takes his helmet off all the time. We just never see it. So whenever he takes his helmet off in the game, like the camera will cut away, where you can't see it. But it's no reason like, oh, people can never see me. It's not like Mandalorian where this is the way. No, it's not that. He just doesn't do it. So it's like there's no reason for him not to take the helmet off. So, like I said, people want the game to translate perfectly to the movie. No medium should translate 100% to another medium. It doesn't work like that.
They could have given Chris Rock's voice.
Oh, that's another thing. His voice sucks in this show. That's another thing when I want to take the helmet off. I'm like, okay, you too muffled, dude. I can't understand what the fuck you're saying anyway. So take the helmet off so I can understand what you're saying. Here's the image they wanted him to put out. Yeah. Like I said, my dreams of a black Master Chief is crushed, but he can be black in the game. Could be. You brought up a good point, Jake, because and that's another reason people are pissed because this isn't canonical to the games. This doesn't fit in it. This isn't connected. So people are asking what time period does the game take place towards game. It doesn't. It's just a mismatch. It's an adaptation. It's an adaptation. It's just like what Marvel does, just like what everybody does. So it's not taking from that. It's just taking here, taking there, taking from this game. We're just
How
doing
is
that.
the action? Like, is the action cool
The action's cool when it's there.
when it's there?
Like I said, the money is on the screen. It's there, and it feels like Halo. Halo, Master Chief does some shit. Like when he first he come out of like the Halo plane. I know the Halo plane. I'm just saying that for people that don't know what the Halo plane is, but I know what the Halo plane is. He jumps out with no parachute. He lands. All his other teammates jump out, land. They start sniping people and shooting. The action is awesome. Like I said, that first 20 minutes, even if you're not a Halo fan, you'll be into it. It's just after that shit, you know. People are saying people aren't acting like they did in the game. Oh, they don't pay attention. Yes, most of them are. Like people saying about Dr. Halsey, they're saying she didn't act in it. She's acting too much like a supervillain, acting too much like a mad scientist. That's what she is. Yeah, she looks like a nice lady. She's a fucking psycho in the game. So, and people that aren't putting a connection that she's acting like that in the game. I mean, the TV show that's supposed to be. So that's my thing. So I think I talked about Halo enough. Like I said, it's not enough for me to dig into Halo because they gave me one episode, so I can't dig into it like I want to. But as far as the first episode, no, I am not canceling my Paramount Plus subscription. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to watch some more. I've been entertained by the show. So if everybody else want to bitch about it and complain about it, and they want me to pick up a pitchfork and walk with them, sorry, I'm not on that boat. I'm not doing it. So
Damn it, you.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a part of the mob. I'm sorry. So oh, what do we got? What do we got now? Damn, are we already there? That's something else we got to talk about. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about it.
This doesn't
Okay.
sound good.
No, it's good. It's good. Let's talk about. Oh, they bleeped it. I had a thing down at the bottom. They bleeped it. But anyway, we can talk about Atlanta season.
6. Oh, those are 8s. I was like,
Yeah, they bleeped me. They bleeped me.
oh, no shit. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about
let's
Atlanta.
talk about this. Let's talk.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
For people that haven't seen season premiere of Atlanta, you need to watch it. You need to watch it because I wasn't ready, Eli, at the ready. I mean, like I said,
Neither was I. I was quite caught off guard.
Yeah, this thing, like we were expecting at the season premiere of Atlanta. So I went and got some Popeyes. I'm gonna sit down here. It's 30-minute show. I'm gonna have some laughs, have some chuckles. I'll be like, okay, yeah, it's Atlanta. This Donald Glover's a funny guy. Watch this shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, this shit turned into like a Jordan Peele movie real quick, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was disturbing. I was and I'm jaded. I watch horror shit all the time.
Yeah.
This I was generally like mad, angry, sad. The reason why I don't watch true crime shit because I get pissed off. You know what I mean? Because the shit really happened. Yeah, I could watch all these horror movies because that's fiction. It's an outlet.
Right.
I cope with shit through horror. It's fictional. Whereas like true crime shit, shit really happens and it bums me out. So I was getting bummed out watching this fucking premiere.
Yeah, and I think we need to explain to people that for folks that have seen the Atlanta season premiere, or whether or not you have, it's actually based on a real story. Like I didn't know that, Eli. I didn't know this was based on a real story.
Oh, really?
So when
I saw where it was going.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah.
I saw where it was going, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "What are they going to do with this? How far are they going to take this?" And well, spoilers. It had a happy ending. It gave us a happy ending, which I thought was pretty cool because I was like, because like I had no desire to see that play out. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, see, here's the thing. Here's how tragic that story is. So what they're saying is that, like I said, for people that haven't seen the show, when that tragedy happened, there was one boy body they didn't find. And they said, that's what they said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that was the story of the boy that had. But I guess like I said, they still changed the ending of the story because he showed them at the end all the kids survived. So they still gave us a happy ending when all this stuff went down. So I'm just like, wow. Pierre got another comment call. Nope. We're ready for that too. Supposed to be redoing movie Clue. Close the classic. I don't know. I don't know if you do that. But yeah. And not only that, not only was that beginning, the ending scene was based on true story, but that beginning scene also, we talking about the lake, how the bodies were buried under the water and stuff like that. That's true also. And the scary part of it, that's not the only time that happened. Like I said, we talk about Rosewood, we talk about the Tulsa massacre. We don't talk about that. How they had black cities that were drowned and just covered up over, just they didn't even bother getting rid of them.
Yeah.
And that happened all over the country. And it just, and because it's history and we know who's writing the history, you just make it seem like it never happened.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No,
like I said, it was
and that beginning scene, I was into it. I was like, oh shit. And I, you know, because I'm a horror fan, I'm like, okay, dude's gonna turn around and his face is gonna be all fucked up. Like I was calling it. I saw all the cues, and sure enough, and then when the hands came up from the fucking water, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, you know, I thought that
so
was
they
pretty
get you
cool.
prepared to let you know what the episode is going to be to begin
Yeah.
with. So yeah,
It went straight up horror. It went straight up horror, true crime. And like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it did the Tarantino thing where it rewrote the history and gave us a happy ending, which I thought was cool. But yeah, I'm like my brother, like back to the whole flooded town and, you know, people of color and their communities being, you know, erased from history. My brother, shout out to Fat T. That's what he says. That's why the Minnesota Vikings are never going to win a Super Bowl because all the shit they did to the Indians. You know. And
oh,
he said
speaking
that,
of, did you
ahead.
see the Cleveland Indians change the name?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But he also said, you know, he back. I mean, this show really points out the flawed foster care system, which it really is, especially dealing with kids of color. And to the point where, again, back to my brother, that that's what he tells his kids. He's like, if you don't act up, you're gonna go live with a white family.
Right. And they will kill you. You keep up acting up. No, it will kill you.
And it's just back to Jordan. It's funny that we bring up Jordan Peele, you know, and we talk about how he brings black people's perspective to the horror genre. What scares black people? What black people fear? And this is what it is. I mean, this episode really highlights the fear and anxiety of people of color, and how legends are born. Like back to like what my brother said, you know, you don't behave yourself, the boogeyman's gonna get you. Well, this is the boogeyman for people of color. You know what I mean? You know, the foster care system, you know, the halfway houses and the
Right.
abuse that
Unseasoned
people suffer.
chicken. Yeah.
There was some funny moments in this episode.
It was,
man.
but I felt bad about laughing at him. That's the thing. I shouldn't be laughing at this, but
when
it's kind of funny.
When he was wearing the free hug sign or had the free hug sign, is
Right.
your dad hugs?
I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I'm sorry. It's funny.
Man, when she told that kid, you should sing a song while you work, I was like, oh God. Oh man, yeah. But yeah, but I like that it sort of brings up, you know, mythology, you know, and how stuff gets started, and the legends, and this is like a boogeyman. This is a scary story to people of color, you know.
Yeah. And because there's so much black history out there that we don't know about. Like I said, the beginning of Lake Lanier, even this story, like I said, Eli, you knew about it. It's a lot of people that didn't know about this story.
Yeah.
You know, because I went on Twitter, people like, yeah, man, those writers in Atlanta, man, where did they get the ideas from? And then people start showing pictures of these people. They're like, no, all of that happened. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's a fucking twisted story in real life. You know,
Right. And
really
another thing
happened.
about it, another thing that catch my attention, like I said, even though Jordan Peele had nothing to do with this episode, but it just feels like them, like the bad guys of Get Out and the bad guys of this. Notice they're all white liberals.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me. Yeah, it's like those are the people you need to be scared of.
Yeah, and how
at least conservatives would just straight up tell you to your face they don't like you.
And how it snowballed this sort of guilt savior complex. Like it all started with the teacher at school. You know,
right. She was trying to save him,
save the kid, and basically that snowballs and puts this kid in this fucked up situation.
Right.
People trying to, save, the minority, so to speak, and end up just doing worse.
Right.
you know,
Is
yeah.
so man, but yeah, that's all I want to talk about. We talk about Atlanta. The second episode, I guess we'll brief talk about the second episode. Second episode was good.
Had its
You know,
moments.
it had its moment, but after that first episode, you had to
Yeah.
I guess calm
Yeah.
down.
I had to take a break.
I had to
Okay.
take a break after that first episode. Like, oh, because the second episode felt like more Atlanta. You know, we've seen
Yeah.
good
Well,
episode, but
yeah,
yeah,
the first episode didn't really have anything to do with the characters, and it was like a
yeah, none of them
nightmare or
showed up.
whatever.
But you know what? That's kind of like the genius of the show is that Donald
Yeah.
Glover can do whatever he wants to with this show because they
Yeah.
do stuff like this. They want to make an animated cartoon version, cool. You want to have a side character, just have it about the barber the whole time, and you never see him again, cool. Florida Man, cool. Cat Williams shows up, fine. But
It's an
but
alligator man. He got an
Alligator
alligator.
Man, you just that's the thing with this show. They just do whatever they want to do. So, but
Yeah.
I don't,
Like I liked when Paperboy was in jail and he didn't want to leave. It was where was he in Sweden or wherever?
right
He
in
was in a
Sweden, he was like, telling the guard, "Can you turn the light off for me?" Sure.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's
The
ordering
guard
his
said,
lunch.
"Yes, sir."
He's
Right.
ordering his lunch in
They're
jail.
like, man, just leave me in here the whole time, you know.
Because that's how it is in Europe. A lot of European countries, their jails, they believe in actual rehabilitation.
Right.
And
Basically, their jail system isn't as fucked up as our jail system. You
yeah,
know?
because they believe in rehabilitating the criminals and putting criminals back in societies. Criminals get to vote in jail. Politicians go to their jails and give speeches to the prisoners because they're allowed to vote because they want society to thrive, so they don't just lock their
Right.
prisoners away and throw away the key and treat them like animals. They actually want
Right.
them to return to society and rehabilitated. So their jails are very they're well maintained. They get all these services. Yeah. He was like, "Can you turn down the heat a little bit?" Like basically they were there to bail Paperboy out of jail and he didn't want to leave.
Right. The floors don't play today. Yeah, anytime some crazy shit happens on TV, it's when it says Florida Man, you know some crazy shit gonna happen after that, you know. Yeah, so all right, can we move on past that? Like I said, if you haven't seen Atlanta, watch it, but be prepared for that first episode. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we can move on past that. Yeah, we make a good time, Eli. Like I said, this is the Comic Book Bullies where we talk about comic books. Jake, I hope you're still here. We're about to talk about comic books. I need you probably check that out with all the other bullshit we talked about, but we actually got to talk about comics now. And Eli, I think you ought to go first. We'll let you go first and I'll jump into it. But what book you got? You're gonna start?
I guess I'll do Shang-Chi, number 10.
His mama said Shang-Chi. I'm gonna call him Shang-Chi. I don't care if it's woke or whatever. I don't care. That's what I'm calling him. So yeah.
Yeah. So this continues. So his grandfather is after the whole bloodline, Shang-Chi's bloodline. So the last issue he summoned these creatures called I forget what they're called. They're like these ancient Chinese monsters.
The Toei Tay or something.
Toei, yeah. And basically they use the blood. They will search the blood of any victim. They basically used his bloodline to create these monsters, and they will kill anybody with that bloodline. So it's going around killing Shang-Chi's family. And last issue ended when Brother Saber is in prison in the not the negative zone. Where is he at? He's in the prison for supervillains.
The vault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the monster shows up and tries to kill him, but then Shang-Chi and the rest of the crew show up and they fight and save him, end up breaking him out of jail. Meanwhile, while that's going on, the grandfather is going around where he found Sister Hammer in some woods and he's trying to get her. But basically they end up going to that realm that's in the movie.
Ta Lo, yeah.
Ta Lo, yeah. They end up going there to basically regroup and face their grandfather off, take the fight to him. And once they get there,
and rescue their mother,
and rescue the mom, yeah. So they get to the foreign realm, and they're meted like, yay, execute them, and that's where the book ends. So So yeah, I mean, it's cool. We both been digging on this series. This nothing. It's kind of a filler book. All the action happened last one. This is sort of like the transition. So we're probably gonna get
Well,
the final battle.
it's getting the family together. That's all it is.
Yeah, yeah. The whole family, the
You
Shang-Chi.
you really had to go get his brother out of jail.
Yeah, the
Had to go
five.
rescue Sister Hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The Five Weapon Society. They're reuniting to take on the grandfather that's trying to kill them all. So,
yeah.
yeah,
So I
4 out of 5.
it's yeah. If you like family, honestly, Eli, that's what sells me on this book. Family. Because
Yeah.
first off, Sister Dagger is one of my favorite characters that came out of last year. you know,
Mhm.
just anytime she shows up, that sells the book for me. So yeah. So I guess it's on me. Yeah. That's why I want you to go first because I didn't want to do this book. I'm sorry, y'all. For anybody stuck around for the comics, there was some shit comics this week, but we're gonna make do as best we can. The book I'm going to do is Action Comics 1041. It is a Superman book with no Superman in it. So yeah, and you said you actually read this, Eli?
I didn't read this. No.
Oh, lucky you. I thought you read it for some reason. I don't know why I thought you read it, but yeah. Let me see if I can get the page on there. Yep, let's do that. Let's get this thing going. Basically, what's going on for people that haven't keeping up with the Superman book, and if you haven't, I don't blame you. He is stuck on World. He's actually a prisoner on World right now by Mongol, controlled by Mongol, and basically they're trying to stage a prison break, or where they're trying to get all the prisoners together to stage a prison break to get everybody off the planet. You know. And Superman actually he has his own team called the Authority, which consists of OMAC, some Flash, not the Flash, but a Flash, uh, Natasha, Steele's niece, Midnighter, and Apollo. All of them even got their ass whooped and got kidnapped. So yeah. Before I get started, let me see, where are we? Oh, you already said that. Yeah, but that's cool. All right, so let's get to it. Yeah. So how the book starts off is, like I said, basically the people are telling stories of Superman. No, I'm sorry, the Superman. And they're telling stories about because they're telling stories of Superman to give them hope about what they've done. But then another dude shows up like, oh, you want to tell a story of the Superman? Well, let me tell you a story of the Superman. He got the fuck beat out of him by Mongol. How do you like that story? And while they're showing Superman getting his ass whooped, all of a sudden, right before they kill that guy, he gets attacked, and like, the Superman has come to save us. But it's not the Superman, it's Midnighter. Midnighter has broken loose. He's trying to free people, and this is a Midnighter book, pretty much. So we're gonna keep going on, talk about that. Midnight is basically trying to break all the other members of the Authority out of prison. Superman is gone missing. We don't know
Oh,
where
was
Superman's
it?
at.
What was that book? The Superman and the Authority. Did that ever finish up or whatever?
Yeah. It was just 4 issues written by Grant Morrison. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is a
yeah.
continuation from that book. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he all got a team together to go to Mongol and they got the ass beat. So yeah. So he goes there, find this guy, and he's like, I'm looking for this guy called Thargul Labor. Have you seen him? Uh and he's just like, who dares speak the name of the blood priest? And he's just like, oh, that must be you. Okay, cool. And then he slices his arm off. And then kills him. He was like, and they were like, it's the Superman. Like, I'm not fucking Superman. Quit calling me that. It's bad enough y'all call me Batman. Superman's just an insult. So Midnight, I think he's doing a thing. So he frees the prisoners and he cuts their chains off. He like, okay, y'all come with me. But the thing is, he actually screwed up cutting their chains off, because the thing is, their chains are like their currency or their rank in World War life. Because the thing is, the more or the more deeds they do to please Mongol, the more links he puts on their chains. So the more links they have on their chains, basically, like, the more rank in society they have. So him cutting their chains is like basically bring them down to nothing. So he's like, well, screw y'all crazy, I'm leaving. But anyway, he's looking for Apollo. They're using Apollo to power the world. So he's stuck in the center of the world war. And like a month has passed. Shit just getting worse. They keep telling stories about Superman, how he fought Doomsday and beat some other chick that we never heard of. At the end. Yeah.
Cut to
Some
the
weird shit.
end.
Yeah. Superman fights some green chick. But anyway, Midnighter is basically freeing people. He's just like, look, I know where Apollo is. Apollo is in the center of World. I'm going to break him out. But it's like, if you break out Apollo and he's our only power source, you're going to kill the majority of people on World War. And Midnight is like, I don't care. He like, but Superman would never like. Quit fucking calling me Superman. I'm not Superman. Don't do that shit. I'm coming here to save my husband. Spoiler alert: Midnight is gay, and Apollo's his husband. I'm coming to save my husband. I don't give a damn about none of you. And when I get him, we live, and y'all can do whatever y'all want
Don't
to.
make Midnighter slap anybody.
Right. We know who's playing him in the movie, but anyway, one of the spies are basically come and say while he's going to get ready to rescue rescue Apollo to free him, he's like, wait, before you go, I just got word that Mongol has sent his army down to kill all the arena fighters. They're gonna kill everybody tonight. And Midnight's like, how they gonna kill everybody? Superman's down there, Steel's down there, Omac's down there. So he's not stupid enough to go down there and fight them. Well, first saw Superman is gone. We haven't seen him in weeks. And Omac is one of the people they're using to kill everybody. He was like, wait, what? So Midnight has a choice. Do you save the Authority or do you save Apollo? What's the option? So he's like, well, fuck it. Let's go save the Authority. Let's go save them. Oh, no. He makes a choice, but then that's when he looks up in the sky and he's like, somebody says something. He like, we can't do this without Superman. He like, you're not without Superman. And then he looks in the sky and you can almost hear the music. Like, as long as they're hope, as long as they're whatever, the Superman shit, So basically they're gonna go rescue the pit fighters before Mongol kills everybody. So they go down there. And Natasha's talking shit, and Omac has been brainwashed into being one of the minions, and she's come to kill everybody. And that's when the hole blows in, and it was like, that's not the Omac I remember. And then it's when you see, let's get these people home. And it's Superman in like a Conan the Barbarian outfit, flying with a sword and shield with the S symbol on his belt. So, and they're like Superman of War World,
So he's got a sword and a shield. So it's Gladiator Superman?
Yeah, Gladiator Superman. Not the first time he's done this. This is not a new thing. Back in the 80s when he was trapped on World War, then he was like, maybe he Gladiator Superman then. So they just redoing it again. This was all predicted in Super State, where I think Superman does conquer World. I think he conquers World War and takes over World War. Because if he doesn't, somebody else will. That's why you don't see Superman again in Future State. But anyway, still a tough book to get through. A lot of moving parts going on there. I just want to wrap this story up and just put Superman back in the book. Put Superman back in his own book. That's all I want. So overall, 3 out of 5. It's cool.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's really, I want things to get back to status quo. I know I'm whining like a little baby, stuff like that. I just want things to get back to status quo. I don't want
not my Action Comics.
Right. I don't want Barbarian Superman, man. Just whatever. All right. What do you got next?
Let's get him back into some tights like a tough guy.
Right. I like my superheroes in leotards like a real man.
Underwear on the outside.
Right.
All right. Let's see. I will do. Do I got that? Oops. Okay. The only other book I'm doing is this Godzilla versus Power Rangers from IDW.
Okay.
They're doing, they've been doing these crossover books. So yeah, this is Cullen Bunn writing, Freddie Williams back on the art. He did the Batman Ninja Turtle books, and what did He-Man and who they crossover with? Star Trek or somebody? IDW has been doing these like crossover books. And Freddie Williams been doing all the art. It's dope. I mean, he's a great artist. So this is I apologize. I'm not well versed in Power Rangers.
What?
I'm more of an 80s kid. I came up during the 80s. I'm a little old. Yeah, I'm a boomer. I don't whatever the fuck. I'm old. I came up during the 80s. I was in college when Power Rangers.
How are you going to run a nerd podcast? Don't know about Power Rangers. Let me guess. You don't think about anime either, do you?
My little brother and my nephews, they were into the Power Rangers. That was their shit, But no, I do know Godzilla, so I'm here for the Godzilla.
Okay, so you are the target demographic for Godzilla.
They got me. They got me. So
They're
So
like,
basically,
if we don't get the if we don't
yeah,
get the millennials, we'll get the boomers
yeah.
and somewhere in between, you know.
So this book starts off with the Power Rangers. They're fighting. Again, I don't know what's the name. Goldar. Yeah, that guy Goldar and Rita
Oh
and a bunch
shit.
of the yeah a
The
bunch of those villains.
So I guess I know Power Rangers because you naming people I know. I'm like, oh shit, am I a Power Rangers fan?
Yeah, that
I,
chick with the hey, yeah, that
I've
chick.
become I've become what I hated. So yeah,
Yeah. So the
really
Power
repulsive, but
Rangers,
yeah.
yeah, the Power Rangers are fighting, them and the putties. Is that what they're called? The putties, you know, and they're kicking ass, But Rita is opening up. Rita's opening up some portal to another dimension. She's like, fuck this world. The Power Rangers are always ruining our shit. Let's go to another world where there ain't no Power Rangers. So she opens up this portal. They get sucked through. Only one Ranger gets sucked through. It's the Green Ranger. He gets sucked through. Um, and they end up on a world where Godzilla, Godzilla and Megalon is fighting. And they're like, oh shit, I can control these monsters and they can take over the world. That's what she wants to do. And take over the monsters, control Godzilla, and take over the Earth. But
Because
meanwhile,
monsters are already her thing anyway. So yeah.
yeah. Meanwhile, on the aliens from Planet X, I don't know if again, I'm referring to Godzilla movies. There's those aliens in the flying saucer. They're in those weird leotard jumpsuits and stuff. Um, uh, and So she meets with them, and Goldar and the putty start kicking their asses. And she's like, "I'm taking over." Blah 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 blah. And the aliens, these alien guys, they're like, "Yo, you can't control these monsters. We've been trying to do this on this Earth for a long time, and Godzilla is the protector of the Earth, and we can't destroy them. We've been bringing monsters from all kinds of planets, and Godzilla keeps kicking their ass." You know, so she's like, "Oh, we'll work together and we'll destroy Godzilla." Blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, the Green Ranger, he's the only one that got sucked through to this world. He blows his flute or whatever, and summons the his big giant robot dinosaur, the Dragon Zord. Yeah, that's something, right?
I think. There may be season 2. I didn't. I kind of fell off by the end. I don't know.
Yeah, so he summons he blows a flute, and a dragon, big giant robot dinosaur comes, or a Dragon Zord, and kind of looks like Mega Godzilla. And Godzilla ends up whipping the Dragon Zord's ass. Like totally beats the shit out of this Dragon Zord.
Damn,
They get into a little bit of a scrap, Dragon Zord, gets a few licks in, but ultimately, once Godzilla does his atomic breath, fucks up the
it's
Dragon
over.
Zord.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the Green Ranger, Tommy, is that his name? Yeah, his name's Tommy. They're like, "Oh shit, like I'm all by myself and the Dragon Zord's been destroyed. What the hell am I gonna do?" And he's like, but then just in time, the other Power Rangers show up. They somehow, Zordon or whatever his name is, opened up the portal and sent the rest of the Power Rangers through. So they all come through the portal and they're like, "Here, we're here to save you, Tommy. And we got the Dino Zord power." Whatever that means. So I guess they got another dinosaur robot that's gonna help kick ass too. More powerful than the Dragon Zord robot, I guess. I guess.
Did they form like Voltron?
No, they didn't yet. That's just the last panel,
Okay.
That. Let's see. So yeah, that's the last panel, last page. The rest of the Power
Oh,
Rangers show up.
this not a one shot.
No, it's to be continued. And it's like it's Morphin time, and then to be continued. So yeah,
okay.
all these crossovers, they're all been like 4 or 5 story arcs, issue arcs. So, but this was fun. The art is cool. Like I said, right off the bat, you're giving me Megalon, which is a Godzilla villain. You're giving me the aliens from Planet X. You're giving me what I want to see. And then, if you're a Power Rangers fan, I guess you're getting your shit too.
I'll be honest, I'm too old for Power Rangers too. I missed that boat too.
Yeah, but the fight between Godzilla and the Power Ranger or the Dragon Zord was pretty cool, and the art is dope. It's Freddie Williams. I mean, come for the art, even if the story is a little cheesy and you know, um, I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 because I had fun with it. So yeah, I'm gonna check out the next issue. I'm on board.
Cool. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, last book I got. You know what? I'll call it. This is my book of the week. And I think you read this also, Eli. This we're gonna do a milestone book. And this
Oh
is
yeah, I read this. Icon
yeah,
and
so
Rocket.
yeah, so we're gonna do Icon of Rocket season 6. That's the book we're gonna do. This is actually the last issue of this season they're doing that. For people that don't know what's going on, Milestone is back. They have done 3 issues so far. Well, 3 different storylines they've done. They've done Static, they've done Hardware, and they've done Icon of Rocket. And this is the wrap up of this one. So base what's going on. Like I said, last time we saw it, that Rocket went off with some boy that she doesn't know, and some things happen. She may or may not have been drugged or roofied. And Icon is the city is getting destroyed by Icon. And he's trying to protect them from that. So he's trying to make sure that's not a thing. So let's get to it. Let's see what's going on. Like I said, last issue. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing: the big cockroach. For people that haven't keeping up with Milestone or what's going on right now, the big cockroach thing right there, that is the Martian Manhunter. Yes, Milestone has their own version of Martian Manhunter. He is a fucking evil villain, and he's Icon's worst enemy. So yeah, he drugged Rocket, and while she's trying to stumble off, trying to get it, and he takes her belt, which gives her powers. He takes it and he throws it somewhere. Yeah, just throws it away. So he's like, okay, Rocket, now I'm coming for you. It's over for you. And while he's doing that, you got Icon saving that Amazon. I can't remember what the Amazon's name is. She just Omicron or whatever name. I'm just call it Amazon. She gets destroyed. They get flooded. They're like the Dakota Bridge. I'm gonna call it the Dakota Bridge. Dakota Bridge falls on top of them, and they get smothered. Meanwhile, the Martian Manhunter is stabbing Rocket, trying to make her not get away. But she does her like Jedi mind power shit that I didn't know she had, and her belt flies back to her. Because apparently, like Icon coded the belt to her DNA so it can come to her like anywhere she's at, you know. So she get it and she powers back up again. So she uses her belt, attacks the Martian Manhunter bug, and she tries to run away, but he's like on her ass, like that shit didn't do anything to me. I'm coming for you. So smacks the shit out of her and knocks her through a cabin. But since she, has her belt on, it doesn't kill her instantly, but it doesn't tickle either. So, he's about to eat her. So right before he's about to eat her, boom, Static comes out of nowhere. Static is in her class, and when she left to go with that boy off campus, he followed her. So that's what's going on with that. What else we got? So he's trying to see if Rocket is okay. Rocket's not recovering. She's not waking up. She's like, okay, well, I got to do my thing. I gotta shock her back to life. So he shocks her, and he shocks her so good that when she wakes up, her perm is shocked out of her hair. So now she has straight hair. He like, you don't look that bad. Calm down. You don't look that bad. Meanwhile, Martian Manhunter still coming after their ass. Giant cockroach. Icon breaks him and the Amazon out. They realize that Rocket is in trouble because I guess they got some kind of telekinetic thing, whatever. Oh, and they sent some more bad guys that are coming after them also. So yeah, and Icon just makes work of those guys. Moving on. What do we got? Yeah, they got a will they won't they thing going on. Like the Superman Wonder Woman thing that DC is scared to do with Superman and Wonder Woman, they'll do it with Icon and Rocket. So Static and Rocket are fighting off, Martian Manhunter, and he's just kicking the shit out of him like it's nothing. Static is like powering up, thinking he taking him out. And like I said, Rocket hair straight. She should rock that. That should be her thing now.
Chris
Yeah,
Rock better not say nothing.
Right. Or Static might slap the shit out of him. I don't know. Yeah, Jaden will play here. Jaden Smith will play Static and slap the shit out of Chris Rock for doing that. I'm fan casting right now. But anyway, Martian Manhunter spits some bug juice at him, knocks him down, like that, and he's actually like growing, getting bigger. And they realize that everything they're doing is just making them stronger. They can't stop them, and that's when Icon finally shows up. He's like, "So what's the situation going on right here?" He's like, "Look, that big monster's getting bigger. We can't stop him, so we need some more firepower." He's like, "Okay, don't worry, I got people coming." The Amazon is running through the woods. She's saying she'll be there in like 3 minutes, whatever, like that. Before she gets there, she gets stopped by some speedster with knives and shit. We don't give her name. What her name is doesn't really matter. She's a bad guy. But she throws this ball away like this and tells the ball, you got to get to the package. And when she gets to the ball bounces away and turns into my new favorite character, Lil Bit. I love Lil Bit just because her power is shrinking. It's just an awesome name to just call somebody, you know. So Icon knows that she's coming, she can't get there. So Icon tries to fight, you know, the Martian Manhunter one-on-one, and he's not doing any better than anybody else is. So Static, it gets a message from the Amazon. She's like, you need to go come find me because I'm getting the fight. And basically telling her, go get Lil Bit. Go get Lil Bit, take Lil Bit to Martian Manhunter so she can shrink down and like mess him up. She's like, okay, cool. So that's what they do. She shrinks down. Icon flies off. Main thing is, Lil Bit gets there and shrinks him. Where's Lil Bit? Where's Lil Bit? Where's Lil Bit? Yeah. Lil Bit latches on to Martian Manhunter, shrinks him down to nothing. And Martian Manhunter, Icon's looking at Martian Manhunter like, oh, cool. Now you're down to size. Boom. Stomps on him like a cockroach. He's dead. So, yeah, that's it for that. And Icon and the Amazon kiss, and Static looks at Rocket. He like, well, and Rocket like, don't even think about it. Yes, that's the thing. So, and the ending is pretty cool also. Like I said, this whole book was about Rocket and Static got together because they were trying to stop the drug trade, but it backfired on them. So what they decided to do is, in Dakota, decided to build a recovery center, for people that are trying to get off drugs, and it would help them get off drugs. And they think that's a better way to help fight the drug problem than just punch people. And then the evil bad guys get together like, Icon has stopped us this time, but he won't stop us next time. And it's actually bad guys from like all the other Milestone books also. So they got like some kind of weird Illuminati type thing, but they call themselves the System. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and that's the end of Rocket and Icon season 1. Like I said, I kind of flew through this, but honestly, the Icon and Rocket series has been my favorite series of the Milestone books, and I think this book gave an epic conclusion to it. Eli, guess what Milestone's next series are coming out with?
I heard.
You heard. You've been asking about it. I was like, there's no way they're gonna do it, but they're doing it. So the next series they got coming out, what I think coming out this year, is Blood Syndicate. People don't know what Blood Syndicate is. It is a super powered gang. It's like if the X-Men were Crips. That's what they are. It's some crazy shit. I'm reading it. So
yeah. That's the only Milestone book that I really read.
Yeah, so. And it was all, and there have been some Blood Syndicate members that have popped up in certain Milestone books, like in this new era already. So I'm kind of see where they go with that, So they've already been planting seeds. So
cool.
Yeah, like I said, for people that haven't been reading the Milestone books, pick them up. You'll love them. They're awesome. Anything else we got to talk about? We're good.
I'm booked out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So for people that want us to talk about comics, we did talk about comics. We honored our agreement. We talked about it. I know people want to talk Jake more about. Yeah, Jay. After he saw the Will and Chris Marks, he was like, "I'm out." So, Jake, if you come back, if you decide to do that, I'm telling you, just fast forward all the way to the end. I'll timestamp it. You go right to the comics. Next week we'll have some other shit coming out. What do we got coming out? Moon Knight,
Morbius.
Yes, okay, let's talk about more. Let's talk about Morbius for a second. Okay, so the reviews are coming in that Morbius is going to be a shit movie. I get that. I understand it. I'm still going to see it. Why am I going to see a bad movie on purpose? Because not all bad movies are bad movies. Sometimes you can watch a bad movie and it's so bad it's good. So I have to see.
You can be entertained by it.
You can be entertained by a bad movie. Like, you can admit it is a bad movie and still be entertained by it. Like, I'm gonna go into the movie. I'm like, okay, you telling me it's bad, but is it Batman and Robin bad? Where you can get intoxicated and still have fun with just how crazy this shit gets? Or is it fan stick bad, where it's just boring and you don't want anything to do with it, or is it somewhere in the middle, So give me that. If you're going to be a bad movie, be a bad movie. And I still have fun with it,
Yeah, I mean, the trailer looks cheesy. I'm going to check it out.
Oh no, they have completely threw this movie under the bus. Like, you see no promotions for it. Nobody's hyping it. Nobody's touring for it. Jared Leto was not doing any kind of press for it. They do not care about this movie.
Well, I just saw Batman again on IMAX the other day, So I saw the Morbius trailer on this big giant screen.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
I was like, oh wow, okay, vampire shit, making Lost Boys references. I'm sure I'll check it out.
It's a PG-13 vampire movie. Like, you're gonna hate it. You see, I might like it. You're going to hate it.
No,
And-
I really don't give a shit.
okay. So you're
I
not
really
gonna be
had no
coming out.
expectations, you know.
Yeah.
I pretty much, yeah, this is gonna suck. I mean, if it's gonna be like Venom, like, it's like,
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Venom. You brought up a good point with Venom. Now, if it's Venom, Venom 1 was bad, but there was some schlocky moments on it that were like, okay, it's bad, but I can sort of have fun with it. Venom 2 sucked. That shit was terrible. That
yeah, I
shit
haven't
was
even
a
seen
fucking
Venom
romantic.
2, but Venom, the first Venom movie, it just needed gore. If they
Yeah.
if they threw in blood and gore, it would have been awesome. I would have loved it. You know.
Margie Borley, appreciate you checking in with us. Good night.
Yes,
Yeah,
welcome.
appreciate
Thanks
you.
for stopping
And
by.
you stayed with us the whole time. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah, you rocked with us the whole, like, even when we went into the comics, you didn't leave. Most people leave when we get
Most
to the
people
comics.
leave. I see the analytics. We start talking comics. That's it. Everybody checks out, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So appreciate you sticking by.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, if it's like Venom 2, here's the thing, Eli. All these bad movies like Venom, Venom 2, Morbius, they're proving Martin Scorsese right. these these superhero movies suck. Like, if you're gonna make some, don't make shit ones, man. That's all. Because they still make $1 billion. That's the thing about it. So yeah.
Well, again, I'm showing my age again as a fan of 80s horror. You know, are you going to look back during this time, during the, you know, the comic book boom of the 2000s, and like horror, we got all the fucking horror movies that I grew up on got shit on by critics, you know. So this is nothing new to me. But you know what? Like the horror fans, like true diehard horror fans, the good movies are going to be classics, and the shitty movies are going to be cult classics. You know what I mean? They'll,
Right.
you know, they're just fight. So you're going to look back at like Venom and Carnage, like, oh yeah, that movie is so stupid, it's great. You know, give it time.
I don't see it happening. I don't see it. I'm glad
Really?
you're so optimistic, but I don't see it, you know.
You know, yeah, who knows? You know, 20 years from now, let's watch Venom and, you know, eat a pizza.
Oh man. But yeah, definitely check it out. Next week we'll have some shit to talk about. We'll have a full show also. And hopefully nobody gets slapped in the face next week. So we can just get right to the nerd shit instead of having to address the elephant in the room. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.